Welcome to another day in the Matrix, waters above crypto. I hope all of you had a beautiful weekend. I'm sending you all love and high vibrations. Bitcoin hit 50K last night, fulfilling my price prediction for the month of August. So today I'm going to jump into the Bitcoin and XRP charts to do some technical analysis and also share some quick thoughts on Cardano. So if you're new here, we do cryptocurrency technical analysis and combine it with Gematria Numerology and Astrology to understand these markets. Feel free to subscribe and turn on the bell notification to stay updated on when new videos come out. And make sure to give this video a like and share this channel with other conscious people to help grow this community. And for those of you that want to learn how to do technical analysis and combine it with Gematria, you can join my Mastermind course. My email's in the description box to get in contact with me for access to the course. And with that being said, let's take the red pill. So we had an incredible weekly close last night, 5 straight green weekly closes, and we fulfilled the $50,000 price prediction. So Bitcoin hit $50,526, and I believe that it actually still has a little more juice to keep going, and we'll be discussing the analysis today as to how that will happen and why. And also, we have our 21-week exponential moving average sitting around 42,000. Again, these are building strong support levels at the low 40K level if we get a pullback, which it will be inevitable. So let's move on to the 5-day because we have a 5-day closure coming in tonight, and this is looking very strong. Got a nice green, red, green formation with a continuation bullish engulfing candle sitting at around 48,000 for tonight's close. If we could get anything above 48,300, that would be indicative of continuation. And then we also have the topside Bollinger Band sitting at around that level as well. You could see that by looking right over here, and you'll see 48,121. So anything above 48,200 would essentially be continuation. And we haven't seen a 5-day candle above the topside Bollinger Band in a while, actually, going all the way back to around the time where Bitcoin started its breakout bull run into the beginning of 2021. So this will be a really nice thing to see. Again, the 5-day is very important to me. It's an important number because 5 is a Fibonacci number, and it's why I like to use it. And plus the macro time frames, anything larger than a daily candle is typically a little bit stronger of a signal to be able to determine what will happen next. So let's go to the 3-day and see if there's anything we see here. Well, tonight we actually do have a 3-day candle closure. Oh, actually, sorry, we had a candle closure last night on the weekly, so that's really great because that candle was a big continuation candle. You could see that the candle closed sitting around 49,500, and that would be above the previous closure. So again, closing on new highs, essentially, in the micro structure. So that 3-day closure was a big one. And let's turn off the Bollinger Bands just to make this look a little easier on the eyes. And we could see that we've had our 3-day exponential moving averages flip perfect. We have the 13 above the 21 above the 34. That's looking very nice. And then we could also see my favorite bullish cross has come in where the 8 simple moving averages crossed above the 55, and that is indicative of continuation as well. And you can see that this 8 simple moving average was last back tested on the 3-day candle that included the 17th of August. And this is kind of our short-term pullback if we're gonna get one. If we're gonna get any short-term pullbacks, the first area you would suspect it to go to would be the 8 simple moving average on the 3-day chart. So that's a little tidbit of information you could keep in mind. Another thing to mention is our 3-day 200 exponential and the 200 simple moving average are sloped to the upside. So that looks very good as well. And we can see these exponential moving averages are starting to cross up nicely. And once those start crossing up one at a time above the 55 simple moving average, that would be very nice because that would make this chart become a little bit stronger. Again, that 55 simple moving average should not be above these 3 exponentials, but eventually it will get to that posture. Let's look at the 2-day. And you can see exactly what I mean. This is perfect. So the 2-day chart right now looks incredible. We have the 8 above the 13, above the 21, above the 34, above the 55, and we have the 200s at the bottom. And the exponential is above the simple moving average, and these are all sloped up. So this looks very good. Nothing bad to say about this on the 2-day or the daily at all, but these are just some of the things to bring up. So let's go to the daily chart. The daily chart, again, we're having a lot go on because we're starting to see fulfillments and daily closures above that 200 simple moving average, what was a little bit of a resistance. And now we're starting to see also continuation and closures for the daily on new highs. We could also see this 21 exponential is sharply moving to the upside, and we haven't backtested it until about August 5th was the last time we backtested it. We almost backtested on the 19th of August, and there's something I wanted to talk about with that in 1 second. But essentially, we have a couple things going on. For one, we have this 21 exponential, this orange moving average is looking to flip above that 200 simple very soon. That would be a very bullish cross. And then we also have this 55 simple looking to cross above the 200 exponential. That would be an even more bullish cross. So if we can see those things happen, I mean, there's really nothing that would make me feel that we're going to go below the 38K Bitcoin level probably ever again. So now let's get back to the 19th of August and what there is to talk about. And let me turn off these moving averages and we could just kind of get back to what my last video covered, which was this idea of a 56 to 58 day bottoms. And I've actually made multiple videos about this, but I just wanted to recap. So I mentioned in my last video where there could be a pullback, and that's exactly what I said. There could be. And if there were to be a bottom out structure, meaning a micro bottom, it would most likely happen on the 19th or the 23rd. And the reasoning for that would be because if you measure from over here and you take the 26th of June, which was a noticeable low, not a micro low, but a noticeable low, and you go over 58 days, what gets you to is the 23rd of August, which is today. But I also was mentioning in this video that if you measure from the all-time low in the structure coming in at a low on the 22nd of June, and you measure over 58 days, that brings you to actually that bottom price that we got on the 19th. So this isn't an opinion, okay? What I stated about the 23rd, it was just me mentioning if we're gonna have downside momentum, expect it to happen into the 23rd of August. Please rewatch that video and remember, I'm a technical analyst. It's not all about predictions for me. When I said that Bitcoin would hit 50K in August, that was a prediction. But if I'm giving you guys downside targets and upside targets, that's me just sharing the price levels with you, okay? So that's my job. As an analyst, I don't care about if it goes up, down, left, right, if it does a backflip. At the end of the day, I'm giving you levels to look at. I'm not saying the levels will happen. If we get rejections, that's where the levels will be. If we get continuation, those are where the levels will be on the upside. So it's a very simple thing at the end of the day if you just allow it to be. Stop making this about, oh, well, he said that it'll do this thing on this one. No, I didn't. I give you the opportunities. I give you the options, okay? So it's important that we all grow up and we understand that. At the end of the day, I mentioned that we would hit 50K Bitcoin in the month of August. And I mentioned that about 3 weeks ago in a video that was posted on July 27th. You could check the title. It was called Bitcoin 50K in August. It was uploaded on July 27th. And that was when Bitcoin was only trading around 38K. Okay. And 7 days earlier than that, Bitcoin was trading at 29K. And I called the bottom for both Bitcoin and XRP in that time frame. So it's all about patience, and it's all about zooming out and seeing the bigger picture, not just looking at these day-to-day movements. It's quite irrelevant at the end of the day. And I remember very carefully, even in live streams that I was doing, I said expect the entire month of August to be bullish from start to finish, all the way up until September 1st or September 2nd, okay? I mentioned we could continue to highs for all these cryptos all the way until the transition of September. So now that that's out of the way, we're going to move on to the XRP analysis. And before we do that, go ahead, give this video a like if you appreciate what we're doing here. Appreciate all your support. Let's move on to XRP and see what's going on there. So the first thing to mention would be a resistance level. So we have our weekly resistance, and it is slightly downsloping. Again, not that big of a deal, but it's sitting around $1.30 to $1.35. And that's the big area that we would need to see break in order for continuation to the upside into the golden pocket. The golden pocket sitting around the 165 level to $1.41. So that would be from the 786 to the 618 Fibonacci retracement. And that's pulling from the recent yearly highs down to the swing lows of 51 cents. And that area that we're trading at now, that we're getting a lot of trading volume, is in that 0.5 fib area. And that's really normal, guys. So what we're seeing right now with XRP is sort of just par for the course. We're seeing a textbook resistance level, and after that, we would get any breaks of those levels. We would see peaks up into the golden pocket. Now, do we need to get into this golden pocket, deep into this golden pocket, soon in order to do so? Yes, I do believe so, because historically Bitcoin likes to pull back on the 3rd of September, and it will create a downtrend that could last all the way until mid-September, around September 16th. So rewind what I just said and write that down, because that's critical information. Again, that's not my opinion. That's what Bitcoin has done in previous bull runs, the bull run of 2017 and the bull run of 2013. So all I'm doing is being an analyst, and I'm telling you what's happened in the past to be able to help you so that you could apply that information to the future. Now, if that all comes to play, then XRP sort of needs to get moving soon, because it's the 23rd of August, but you guys know XRP, it could just wake up one day and it could pump 20% in a single day. So I'm not saying that will happen, but it's possible. And I remember the last time I said, hey, XRP could pump 20 to 30% in a single day. And then it happened literally the next day. So I'm not saying it will go that way this time, but it's just something to keep in mind. So again, if we're going to get any bigger pullbacks, we would anticipate it into this 236 level. And the reason why is because all of our key exponential moving averages are sitting around this area. So you can see right here around 94 cents down to 80 cents. That would be all the key weekly moving averages. And again, the weekly moving averages are more important than the daily. So let's go to the 5-day, because we know that's closing tonight, and you can see the same story. These are all coiled up right around this sloping trend line and this positive sloping trend line, and on top of that, we have it all around our 236. We have basically 90 cents. That 85 to 90 cent level would be a strong support on the downside if we get a pullback. Again, I'm not saying we will, because right now, this structure that we're getting of this green candle on this 5-day, that's a continuation candle. So it's something to keep in mind. Now, let's look at a couple other things that we have going on. For one, we know we have our bullish cross on the 5-day of the 8 simple above the 55. That's very good. Let's look at the 3-day. Okay, the 3-day, very, very nice. We have our bullish cross of the 8 above the 55 simple. And if we were to get this next closure green, that would be bullish engulfing, and that would be a very strong sign on the 3-day as well. Next 3-day candle comes in on the 26th of August, so I don't want to worry about that right now. Now let's look at the 2-day, and we are looking also incredible. So you can see we have our main bullish cross of the 8 above the 55, and then you could see that the 13, the 21, and the 34 have crossed above the 55. So that means the 2-day chart is perfect now. It's the 8, 13, 21, 34, 55, and then we have our 200s at the bottom. Beautiful. Now, what we're also seeing is that we need to get a candle body closure on the 2-day above $1.26 for continuation. And even better, it would be $1.28. So $1.28 on a 2-day closure, which would be coming in the 25th of August, that would be indicative of continuation to the golden pocket. Let's look at the daily. Daily's looking great, actually. This one cross is going to be crucial. When this 55 crosses above the 200 exponential, that would be huge, okay? And then followed after that would be crossing above the 200 simple moving average, and then all these moving averages will look really good. The daily chart on this, when you're looking at moving averages, actually looks better than Bitcoin at this time. So that's very nice. But the reason why is because Bitcoin traded at such high levels, way above its previous all-time high for so long, and XRP has yet to break its previous all-time high. So I'm just letting you know that's why. The 200 moving average is just higher for Bitcoin. It's substantially more up because Bitcoin broke above 20K, which was the 2017 bull run high, and then it went on to 60K. So it 3x'd its previous all-time high, and that's just sort of something where all those moving averages that are lagging will start to increase, especially once it starts to break out parabolically. And that's something that XRP is yet to do. It's basically just parabolically broke out, then it's broke right down back to the breakout level. Broke out, broke right back down. So it's happened time and time again. And that's keeping these moving averages a little bit more on the downside. But again, ultimately, it's all about when you entered the project. It's all about when you invested, not necessarily about the performance. So if you buy a coin when it's underperforming, that's all that matters. You buy the blood in the streets, that's all that matters. It doesn't need to go to all-time highs. It's the same thing with Cardano, for instance. If you bought all your Cardano at $2, then who cares about it being $2.87? You've barely made that much of a return. But if you bought it at 5 cents, or you bought it when I was buying it at 11 cents, 8 cents, 12 cents, yeah, I mean, it's a substantial amount of money you've made, and that's what matters most. Once it gets to a point where it's so substantial to the upside, you don't really need to worry about pullbacks or what, it's irrelevant for you at this point. That's why time in the market is better than timing the market. But what we're doing here by using Gematria Numerology Astrology, it's the closest we can get to be able to time the market, and that's why it's an attractive idea to get into these more esoteric principles. So there could be a potential W pattern breaking out at this time, but this is a very ugly W, so I wouldn't necessarily consider this. What I would just say, though, is any daily closure above this candle body right here, above $1.28, that's looking good. So let's just write down that with $1.28 to $1.29 closure on the daily, that would be indicative of moving up to the higher levels. And then on the downside, you would look to the 21 exponential moving average, which would be the 382 fib, around $1.06. So you could save those levels on the upside and the downside. And again, I actually mentioned that something similarly to Bitcoin hitting 50,000, I mentioned XRP hitting $1.40. So my price prediction for Bitcoin, 50K, has come and gone. We've hit that target. And then also for XRP, we're looking for $1.40. That's my personal price target. Right now, the highest we've gotten is about $1.35, 5 cents away. It's pretty close. And the 1618 sitting at $1.41. Typically, you would get into the golden pocket at least during a bull trap. And I do suspect that this is a bull trap for XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and a lot of other coins. And let's just quickly look at Cardano before we end this video. So for Cardano, it's very simple. No one knew that this would happen. No one knew that this would continue past the bull trap zone and just continue to the upside. So the fact that it has shows that this project clearly has a lot of liquidity entering it. And with that being said, now we need to look for upside and downside price targets. So I'm going to quickly just make this simple and say that I would be looking to the 1618 fib at this time. So let me just clear and make sure that these fibs are precise. And we're looking at $3.46 to the upside. So for the upside, we're looking for $3.44. And then on the downside, we're looking for the golden pocket. So this in Wyckoff method would be called the SOS, a sign of strength. And after your sign of strength, you come back down and have what's called a backup phase. I'm not saying it'll look like this deep, but I'm just saying that this could happen. Okay. So this will look a little bit more clear once we get past the first couple days of September, because like I told you, most likely Bitcoin is going to start to head to new highs. Well, I mean, it's already headed to new highs in the microcycle, but it'll surpass 50K, maybe go up to 51, 52K Bitcoin around September 1st, September 2nd, and then it will pull back all the way until the middle of September. When it does that around September 15th, September 16th, which is a couple days shy of the new moon, I would anticipate all these altcoins are going to substantially drain away. It's going to look crazy. And during that time, it'll be the final buying opportunity before alt season. Okay, so let's keep it at that. From now, I do suspect I'll be making another video in the next couple days, but until then, I am seeing that things are looking pretty nice. If we get a couple red days between here and the beginning of September, that's fine. Ultimately, we hit my price target of 50K Bitcoin, and that was all I expected to really see. Now for the upside, we could go to 51, 52, maybe even high as 55 if things want to get super bullish. But ultimately, I do not see Bitcoin breaking all-time highs this month or next month. That'll be something we have to wait until the month of October. So I hope today has been informative, tons of analysis for Bitcoin, XRP, and my thoughts on Cardano. And if you guys are interested in learning how to do technical analysis and combine it with Gematria, you can join my Mastermind course. Feel free to email me. My email's in the description if you wanted to get access to the course. And also if you wanted to join the Patreon Mastermind community membership, my website is patreon.com/watersabove. And enjoy the rest of your day in the Matrix. Much love.